And that's pretty much it. That's just how the intro rolls.
Perfect.
Quick, simple, nice and easy. You want to tilt this mic up and speak into it to there. Yeah, that's where you want to go.
Look at that. Okay, I hear that much better.
What is up, everybody? MuseMe TV, welcome back. We are at episode 84. Thank you guys for joining. In the studio today, we have Julian. What's up, Julian?
Hey.
I want to make sure I get your last name right. Is it Mutton?
Okay, so
Keep saying Mutton. Every time I get to it, I'm just like, it has to be Mutton.
Everybody pronounces it different. So my family swears it's Moten, but it makes more sense Motton.
Motton.
Yeah, and so I just at this point I really kind of quit giving a shit about like how people pronounce it. But yeah, Motton, whatever.
All right, well, here in the studio today, we have Julian Motton, everybody. Give it up for him. Give it up for him.
It's me.
Thank you very much. So we actually know each other from the scene here, the comedy scene.
Yes, sir.
You tell me a little bit about yourself. When did you start comedy? When did you do comedy?
Oh, fuck. So I started when I was 22. I'll be 29 this year, so a while ago.
Okay.
I started here, actually, at the time, Nexus had an open mic. And it was run by John Cuellar and another comedian. I don't know have you ever seen Eddie Stevens perform? He's British.
I have not.
Dude.
That's somebody to check into.
I'll say it, he's like the best comic like living in the city, I think. But he just doesn't go out a lot.
Dang.
He runs a show the first Saturday of every month in Rio Rancho at Turtle Mountain Brewery.
Okay.
So you can like catch him there, and yeah, dude, he's fucking amazing. So I started at their open mic, and I fucking sucked. I was terrible.
That's like, I think that's everybody. I don't care what anybody says. If somebody comes up and be like, I crushed it my first time, I'm just like, I think you might be a little delusional, man.
Yeah, and it's happened. Like I've seen guys go up their first time and do like really well, but that's not the norm. And I think that they think that's the norm. So then the next 4 times in a row that you bomb, you kind of either get humbled out or you quit.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I bombed. I bombed probably the first like 2 months I was doing it. Finally, I had like a good set, and I was like, I'm gonna keep doing. I decided I was gonna keep doing it after bombing though, which is like the great equalizer for us, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then I did it here for a few years. I moved out to LA, did it out there for a few years, and then came back here, and I'm back.
Holy shit! How did it go out there in LA? Oh, what was the years that you were in LA?
I was in LA. Let's see. I moved out there when I had only been doing comedy maybe like 2.5 years. So I want to say I remember I was there. Trump got elected, and I remember my roommates crying in our apartment. So
it's a tragic moment for America,
and they were all like white. And they were like, "This is horrible for you," because you know I'm black, and so and like I'm like, "Why are you guys crying?" I saw this shit coming. And they're like, "America's this racist?" I'm like, "Yeah," but no. So I guess I was there from 2014 to 2017, I want to say. Yeah, that sounds right.
And how was that experience? Like, how was it going open mics there, trying to really get your name out there?
Fucking terrible. Okay, so the mics there, a lot of them are, the important mics are lottery. So you get 3 minutes, and that's if they pull your name out of a fucking hat. And that's like, you know, the Comedy Store, the Improv, fucking Laugh Factory doesn't even really have an open mic. They like... You kind of like meet somebody that knows somebody, and you get an audition there. So that, but like those big places are hard to like even get on stage on mic night. So you just have to keep fucking going. So you learn like what mics are easier to get on before that mic, what mics are easier to get on after that mic. So that way you didn't waste your entire fucking night
waiting on one mic. Okay.
So the mic scene was rough out there, not because like, so. It's just every city has good comics, right?
I would assume, like, there's funny people no matter what, everywhere.
Okay, so LA does have good comics. But then it also has a bunch of aspiring actors that think comedy is a shortcut to success in acting. So you get dipshit wannabe actors crowding these mics looking for time when they're going to go up there and say shit that they read on the internet earlier that day. And it's just like infuriating, just like the waste of space that these fucking people are.
Okay.
And they're cutting into your time, and like you're out there for this, you're serious about it, and they're like,
I'm just trying to get stage time.
Exactly. It's fucking. There was that. I met a dude that wrote for BuzzFeed that would go. We hit it off at a mic at the Comedy Store, and we're like drinking. We're having a good time, and I'm like, "Did you get to go up tonight? Were you in the main room?" And he was like, "Oh no, I don't do stand up." And I'm like, "Oh, were you just watching tonight?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, kind of. I write for BuzzFeed, and I was just here looking for jokes." And I'm like, well, "What do you mean by that?" He's like, "Oh, I come here and watch the open micers, and if they got good jokes, I write them down and take them to the office."
Damn.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, at that point, I don't know, because like I heard a saying where it's like everybody kind of takes somebody else's joke and kind of just improves it or just tweaks it for their own liking.
I don't believe that. I believe, okay, so there's parallel thought, which Joe Rogan talks about a lot. I recall you being a Joe Rogan fan.
Yes, I do like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, where that happens. Like two comics will have a similar idea, they'll have similar, completely separate of each other, never heard it, and then people start, you stole his joke. No, it's a subject that we were both fucking thinking about, and that happens. But I don't think good comics go to a venue, hear somebody's joke that they like, and go, I like that joke, I'm gonna make it a little different and tell it as my own. I don't think that really happens, and if it does, then the person doing it's a fucking asshole.
Oh man, yeah, that's kind of stupid too. Because I'm kind of barely getting into comedy. This is barely my 7th month into it.
Yeah, you're a music guy originally, right?
Yeah, I really like music and stuff, but just that whole avenue of entertaining people and stuff, really
it's similar.
Yeah, it gets the adrenaline going. Yeah,
Similar beginnings. I was in bands before I started doing comedy as well.
Nice.
And it kind of eliminates the whole stage fright factor from it.
Yeah, it really does. Like, that was the first thing. Like, whoa, you're fearless up there. Like, yeah, because I've already fucked up on stage before.
I've done this. I personally, I think comedy is easier for me. But that's because I was a control freak in the bands I was in. I was the asshole that this doesn't sound right. And I was the vocalist. So I wasn't even... exactly. I was a shitty bassist, and I was like an okay, like I could, do the screamy stuff,
Yeah.
And I was that dick, and I was always pissed that I had to rely on other people to come together to create this thing that we would then all go present together.
Okay.
So then we started doing comedy. I was like, oh, it's just me. That's fucking perfect. If I'm unreliable, there's no one to get mad at but me. But then the narcissist in you is like, oh, I killed it, and that was all fucking me. So
yeah, that's kind of true too. Or like that ego-headedness where you think you killed it, but yet it was only like maybe 3 to 4 laughs in the whole audience.
Oh yeah, that's
crazy too. Like I've started to experience that myself too, where I was like, oh, I know I felt like I did a really good set. I was like, I killed it. I know I killed it. And then all of a sudden, because I've been recording all of my sets, go back home and I listen to it, and I'm like, I did not kill it at all. I did it.
And I think that's something that kind of goes away the longer you do it.
Yeah.
Because there's so many like new comics, young comics that like I've seen come through, and like the first mic is all your friends are there. That's just, and then, their friends laugh and they're like, oh, maybe I can do this. They hit that second mic. That second mic for a lot of open micers is that great fucking divide between you're a beginner and you're a comedian. And a lot of them, I've seen like that, like I killed it out of somebody that like was new and like didn't kill it. But it's just, and I think it's almost like part of me wants to say it's like a psychological like ego protection thing. Like you got off stage, you're like, no, I killed it.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is the fucking sound plays tricks on you when you're up there, man. Like it really fucking, you're familiar with acoustics. You know how this shit works. Some dude has a really loud laugh and he laughed at you. Maybe everybody else was silent, but you heard that while you were talking. You're focused on talking. There's a laugh. I'm fucking killing it.
And it's coming out of that. Yeah, you already get it. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's but welcome to the scene. It's It's a solid scene. It's a lot. It's really supportive these days, which is really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Because it's still growing, obviously. There's still like avenues where it can actually be some good potential here, right?
yeah.
So I've heard, but yet there was some downfalls going on. I mean, there's some crazy stories already going in on that. Like there tried to be an actual comedy place, but it just didn't even go.
Open source, yeah. I did hear about that. It's hard. It's hard to just financially, economically. A liquor license is $500,000 fucking dollars. That plus your venue space, like it's really fucking hard. You have to pack that place every fucking night if you're gonna even, because it's like a restaurant. It takes a year, 2 years for a restaurant to even break even. Comedy clubs are similar. They're bars and there's entertainment, and just happens to be us and not some cover band or whatever. I don't know. I'm old. I don't go to bars anymore. I don't know what the fuck they're doing at them.
Some variety shows and shit like that. Last night there was actually a variety show burlesque show.
Dude, those are great, and we used to have a lot more of them.
Really?
Yeah. So Kevin Kennedy used to run Vagrant Variety, and it was like once, twice a month. Always burlesque dancers, and I think what happened was the comedians alienated all the burlesque dancers.
Like in the...
I just have a feeling they quit coming around. Like they really and it was really sad because that was the best part of the show. And that's, there's a lot that goes into burlesque, and it's really fun to watch. And I always enjoyed it. I dated a burlesque dancer for a long time, and I think like enough creepy comedians hit on these girls so much that they kind of quit coming to the variety shows.
I see what you're saying. So it just ruins the vibe.
Yeah, which is a bummer, but I also understand it because we're comics and we're not exactly rolling in pussy. I don't,
No, yeah, it's not a thing that happens here. I mean, you make a drunk girl laugh, and then that's like maybe an in, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, no, sometimes, but that's the stars kind of have to align.
Yep.
It has to be a good show. You have to be good on that good show. It has to be, a good crowd with that drunk girl in it. A lot of the times it's just us telling jokes to each other.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy to think about too, is like the first few mics. I mean, yeah, you're now that I've gone almost to all these mics, it's just like, wow, there's like just all comics. The bartender's here to listen to us again. That's
the downside, is you have to keep chasing that fucking unicorn that is that good night. And even once you're like doing bigger things, you're in a bigger city, you're still chasing that unicorn. It's just a different type. It's, there's going to be people at the thing you're at, but are these people engaged? Do they give a shit? How is your material? You have 3 minutes, which personally I fucking hate short sets.
Yeah.
I don't like that's why I hate mics. I still go to mics. I need to go to more. I've been trying lately to go to more, but I need more than 5 fucking minutes. I feel like an asshole for saying that, but it's like I'm here to like explore these things on stage. I need more than 5 minutes.
5 minutes is kind of pushing it, right?
It's just hard. So then, in bigger cities where it's 3, you're really like, fuck, this sucks.
I can just imagine trying to actually like do more, because there was this other comic here by the name of Loy Lee. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I met him recently. He's from Los Angeles, isn't he?
Yeah, he's done some stuff up there, but he was also talking about how like you actually have to pay to get time up there too. Like it'd be like, oh well, this open mic is a $5 fee. I mean, you'll be on the list, but you have to wait. At least you'll have a spot though. Yeah,
and a lot of them try to do. There's some shameless ones like that are just like, hey, it's $5 to fucking sign up. Then there are ones that are a little like better. Like I remember when I was there, the Comedy Store had, you put your name in a bucket, and that's it's lottery. But for every drink you buy, you get to write your name on the receipt and put that in a different bucket. And they'll draw from the name bucket, draw from the drink bucket, draw from the name, draw from the... So you're essentially...
Okay, I can see that. Trying to incentivize, too. Like, hey, put into the bar.
Exactly. And that's important because I feel like I buy stuff when I go to mics. Like, I just... Even, like, now it's harder because I don't, like, drink. So I can't just go buy a couple of beers. So now it's like, I hope they have food, or like, I'll even, like, go get a soda and, like, tip the bartender, Because it's... If you like your mic, you need that business to know they're making money off of it, or it's going to shut down and we're all going to go, I can't believe that mic's gone. And it sucks, the whole like pay to play kind of thing, but it's a necessary evil, I think.
Yeah, that's so crazy to think about. Oh man, I really hate it if my neighbor's bugging me right now. I feel like he's bugging me right now.
Dude, go see what your neighbor needs.
I'm not gonna go see what he needs right now. Whatever.
What kind of neighbor do you have?
He is an alcoholic, man. Very nice, but unfortunately, he does.
He's shit faced now.
Probably looking, trying to be like, hey, you don't got any way to get to the store? I'm just like, nah, man. But I mean, he's a nice guy. He's always been super cool. Just like, always been like really cool. He's not like trying to like.
Yeah, he's not gonna like steal your dog or like.
No, he's even told me a few times like, hey man, there's somebody that came to your house. I was just like, that's cool. Okay. Are you like witness neighborhood watch or something?
I like your voice. It's like I can picture him like, hey man, someone came to your house.
Hey bro. But yeah, fucking. So music wise, you played in a band. What kind of music did you play?
So it started really early. I was like 15 when I was in my first band. We were screamo. I think we're like the same age, which upsets me.
I'm like 29.
I'm 28, and you're just glowing, youthful.
It's just because you got a beard, man. I wish I had a beard.
No, the beard stuff. Okay, so the whole reason for the beard is this is like round as fuck.
Oh, geez.
I am just a chubby boy, and I was like, I got to do something about this.
So some kind of actual coverage does help.
No, it's, you know what? I think I understand your youth. Just being in your place, I think I get it.
Oh my God.
So you haven't had enough things suck the fucking life out of you yet. You're surrounded by things that you love.
That I enjoy.
Yeah, it was like a huge shrine to like just I love anime and pot. It was amazing when I walked in here. I got a little hard, like semi-chub. I was like, I like this fucking
There's
place.
a fetish. There you go.
See, so now we're the same age. You have that. You're surrounded by that. Your home is like this magical, safe bubble where you are just have all these things. So now let's compare it to my home.
Oh, God.
I have
No.
a fiance and I have 2 young children. Well, they're not mine; they're hers, which means I can't even hit them.
Okay.
No,
That's a good one. No.
don't hit kids. But
Discipline is not important.
But I can't even. Yeah, so I wake up and get them on a school bus. None of that house is my shit. There's no shit that's mine.
Okay.
My clothes are mine. That's it. I think I have one band poster that's framed because I got it from a show and I'm really proud of it. And
So that's yours.
and that's in the corner of our bedroom.
Okay.
And no one can see it.
Behind the door.
Yeah. I have a feeling that if you want, this place could be the most silent place in the fucking world. And I also have a feeling that if you want, this could be the loudest fucking place in the world. And you just get to do that. Youth.
That's youthfulness.
This is the fucking secret to eternal life. You're achieving it right now by not putting yourself through bullshit.
Damn, that's actually hitting me deep, man. I could have gone down a bad path. Like I did the whole moving in and had a relationship, and we even got together. We were together for like 3 years, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, and that sucks. But your house fucking rules too.
Yeah, I get a lot of compliments. A lot of people are impressed, and it is fun. It's just like a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder how. Should you pronounce it Angel or Angel? Because I've heard it both ways.
I like if people can pronounce it on hell, but Angel's okay too. I mean,
all right, I wasn't sure because I've been like, I was with Jamie, my fiance. I think you met her briefly one time.
I've seen her at a mic before.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going on Angel's podcast, and she's like, I think it's Angel, and I was like, you don't know these people. Shut up. And then I hit her. No.
Well, the kids were crying.
Yeah. They're hungry, dirty. No, we have a really nice home. But yeah, so I just wanted to get it straight. I want to give you the respect that is due.
No, I appreciate that. I try to have a joke about that because not a lot of people can say on hell. Not correctly anyways. So
yeah,
that's always a big problem with trying to say that. But Angel's fine too. I don't mind that. It's a great unisex name.
Yeah, it's true.
Always walk into like a burlesque place and just be like, "Hey, my name's Angel,"
Yeah.
and they're just impressed all right
I
away.
love it. And if you ever wanted to get into it, you could fool some dudes. You put on a wig, shave your face a little bit.
I'm pretty sure I have a cute enough face, no hair at all. So
Yeah, you're like a young Asian boy.
I think that's the secret, is that there is somewhere in me some genetic Asian gene in here somewhere.
There's a little Japanese kid just running the show in there.
He's just out there. So what's up? Coronavirus, bro. I'm coughing over here. I'm hoping I don't have it.
We do this every few years, don't we, though?
It's another epidemic to be worried about.
And it's like, well, it already killed like 600 Chinese people. And it's like, there's so many Chinese people. That's like, those are skewed numbers. Like, I think Bill Burr has a bit on that.
We're trying to control the population at that point.
Yeah, it's 600 Chinese people is like 5 Americans. Like, I mean, it's just like, if you want to look at I don't know if that's the actual ratio.
No, or you can think of it as like a percentage wise, probably like 0.0006%.
Yeah, I think it was, Bill Burr said, you wreck a scooter and you take out 20 of them, you know?
No.
The skewed numbers, and we always do this. It's all gonna, I think what it is we're fetishizing the end of the world. Because deep down, I think a lot of us are just like, let's fucking do it. Let's just fucking, let's see the apocalypse.
That's scary.
That's scary?
Yeah, I would be scared of the apocalypse. When I was younger, I was so scared of fucking a meteor hitting the earth.
that was your fear.
I was so scared. I saw a documentary. I had to have been at least like 13, 12 maybe, and I saw a documentary, and I was fucking freaking out, crying. I was just like, Mom, we're going to die soon. It says it's going to happen sooner than we expected. But obviously, look at the Mayan calendar didn't even get it repped right, so...
Yeah, it's... Again, I think that a lot... And there you go. Your fear is, again, youth. You like your life. You don't want to fucking die yet.
I'm so young! Oh, man.
As me, I'm fucking one Pop-Tart mess away from shooting myself in the face.
You're like, I'm close enough to diabetes than ever.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like... That's youth. See, I think a lot of us, we fetishize the end of the world. We're like, I want to see it. One, we all think we're important enough to be around for it. And two, I think a lot of us deep down are like, well, maybe I'd be okay with that. And I think that's why we keep doing this. It's like, breaking news. The swine flu, the bird flu, mad cow disease.
Oh, Ebola is back.
Ebola, SARS, the measles. It's not that big a deal.
And then with other people just hitting you with like, you can't vaccinate your kids because they'll get autism.
Which is, autism's not that bad to be around. I'd much rather, okay, so my little brother is autistic. He's on the spectrum. And my stepdaughter might be. We're trying to figure that out, but she totally is.
Okay, you can see it. You can sense it.
And
Spidey sense.
And they're fucking dope. Like, they're dope-ass people. So... between that and like somebody with like not even like one of like the top tier kill you viruses, but like even somebody that's like, hey man, I've got like shingles. I'm like, I'd much rather hang out with an autistic person. Get away from me. You're gross.
You're gonna, because it's more contagious and shit too.
It's gross. I can't catch autism from you, and even if I do, what happens? I'm better at organizing things. Fuck.
It's just another problem we have in America. Julian, are you a political person?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're into politics.
I am. No, it's...
This year looks weird. What's gonna happen?
Oh, man, we doing predictions, political predictions.
Trump obviously is gonna win. That's what's scary about this whole situation.
Yeah, odds are Trump will win again, which is a bummer. I'm not the biggest Donald Trump fan. He's not for me. The thing is, I think that the only way Trump doesn't win is, and this is just strictly going off of polls, is that Bernie Sanders polls really well against him.
Okay.
And I think that the only reason I think Trump voters a lot of them could be swayed by that message. He is like legitimately for the working class, and he shows you on paper how he is. Where Trump just goes, "We're gonna bring back coal," And they're like, "Yeah, bring back nobody. You can't. What, he's gonna put more in the ground? What the fuck does that mean?
We're gonna grow it. We're gonna grow more coal.
We're gonna grow. What the fuck even runs on coal? They're like old steam engines. Like, I don't. And so, but at the same time, that was enough for people to be like, he's gonna bring back my job.
Ranting and raving.
Yeah. So I think if those people were exposed to Bernie Sanders' message, which I don't think they are, because he's very underrepresented in the media. It's which makes sense. If you're a billionaire that owns a news corporation, I wouldn't run news on the guy that's like, "Hey, billionaires, time to pay fucking taxes." But I think that if he becomes the Democratic frontrunner, and now you have to report on him. Now every news network has to fucking report on Bernie Sanders. That'll expose him to those Trump voters that have never heard a message from a Democrat that they really liked. And I think that they would like Bernie's.
Yeah.
So I'm a Bernie Sanders guy myself. I'm a big old Democratic socialist.
But I mean, you still understand that there's still both sides to everything, right? Like, you're not all in favor of just the left, right?
No, I think the left is eating itself, and I actually kind of enjoy it. In the left, there's a schism between moderate, like neoliberals, and progressives. And neoliberal moderates like Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, even Barack Obama, who I did vote for, it's if you look at the rest of the industrialized world, you look at Europe, politically, where just the left lies in Europe would be moderate, be right in the middle.
Okay.
Where our far left lies, like Bernie Sanders, that's the equivalent to the Europe's left, just regular left. It's not. It's only here that those ideas are radical.
Extremely, yeah.
Exactly. And I think that moderates are still in the pocket of, super PACs and big money. I think they're pro-war. I think they love to feed the military-industrial complex. I think that they love big pharma. I think that they get kickbacks from all these different lobbyists, and they don't want the system to change radically. So in that way, they're just as bad as the fucking Republicans to me. That's so...
That just, brings it whole full circle, like...
Exactly. And I think that this money has done a really interesting thing. Money behind media has shaped so many opinions that are not rooted in reality. And it's been over the course of years. Fox News has been poisoning the minds of its viewers for 30, 40 years now. Even to the point where, like, old school Republicans would probably be pretty grossed out by what Republicans now are doing as far as policies are concerned.
Okay, so like the old schools are just like, whoa, this is way too far of what.
I mean, I can't speak for like Ronald Reagan because he's dead, but I think that he'd be kind of grossed out. But maybe he wouldn't. He leveraged our own people in the Iranian hostage crisis until after the election, because he knew as long as they were still hostages, he would get the votes because he was tougher.
He's doing something.
Yeah, Reagan's gonna set him free. Yeah, no, it's so, and okay, so before we go further, I do want to stress that I'm a fucking idiot. I don't think I'm a smart person. I think that, like...
Everybody has an opinion. That's the point of this whole thing.
I try to learn things. I do my best. But I think that's a big turnoff, is a lot of people that are, like, into this kind of stuff and know a lot about it are like, well, actually, you idiot. And I fucking hate that. That's the reason anti-intellectualism exists. It's the reason people hate smart people, is because smart people are fucking dicks.
Yeah, they kind of don't see the avenue of trying to make somebody smart. They're just like, I'm already smarter than you.
Yeah, no, it's like it was a long road from infanthood to who you are now. You can't just jump on people with all this shit and be like, this is the truth, believe it or you're a big fucking idiot. That's crazy, especially when they've been told something different their entire fucking life. That's where I think a big problem is you can't treat, like, my fiance's parents are Republicans, and they're from small town Texas, and for a long time the Republican ideology resonated with them, and and they voted Republican this last election. And I still get along with them. We're still close. We still love each other. And that's where I think this shit all falls apart, is people are so just diametrically opposed to the other's belief that now there is no more middle ground. There is no more amicability, and it's just fuck you, no fuck you.
Yeah, I don't believe what you believe.
And I think that that's just, it's counterproductive, is what I think. But again, I'm a fucking idiot. I have shit my pants twice as an adult. I didn't finish college. I'm a stand-up comedian. I think that's going to go somewhere. I'm not a smart man.
That's just input, man.
No, I'm just talking shit. But
PSA, PSA, everybody. We're just letting you all know what's going on here. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching. We got 3 viewers on live right now.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Just hanging out. Let us know what you guys are talking, thinking. Where you guys at? We're just here. I'm here with Julian. Just random stuff.
Dude, I am like a marshmallow of a person. Seeing it on this, I'm like, wow. Look what's happened to you.
Dude, the light's really burning out your complexion.
I kind of look like a white guy here.
You look good, dude.
My credit score just went up.
You look good. You can use this on your resume now. I was on the MuseMe podcast. It was really nice. Very well fashioned.
It was. I like your format. I like how free form and casual all of this is.
Yeah, it's pretty much the first basic idea of this was just watching Joe Rogan over and over
great.
and over
it's
again.
It's great. It's a great time.
Yeah, and that's what it should be. It's just a conversation base that doesn't really happen anymore because nobody really talks anymore longer than 10 minutes, and it's not even in person. It's more like technology-wise or something. So we lose that connection and the ability to really understand what the situation brings and stuff like that.
I agree.
Again, I enjoy you. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Did you know that the new Sonic movie just came out? Are you into Sonic?
Okay, yes. Well,
how'd you feel about the backlash? The internet controls everything. They can make anything happen, obviously.
So the Sonic redesign. I'm part of that minority that really just wasn't upset with how he looked at first. And now that he looks better, I see it. I'm like, okay, I can see why you wouldn't like. And I mean, I grew up on Sonic. That was my first console, was a Sega Genesis. Sonic 2 and 3 were like my jam.
Okay.
And then Sonic and Knuckles, that one was solid too. But
that whole franchise.
Yeah, it's really good as long as it was 2D. Like that's how I feel about the games. It's like when they were 2D, they were dope. But yeah, I didn't really think a lot about it.
Look at that difference though, man.
Yeah, it's wow. Okay, so I see what they were doing here.
On this one?
They were like, it's a live action movie.
He's supposed to be some kind of rat.
He's a fucking hedgehog. Let's make him look like a hedgehog a little bit. Like, define his quills, give him an actual hedgehog nose, all that. The definition of the teeth, I think, is what bothered most people.
Human teeth.
That's what fucks me up too. I'm like, okay, the fucking teeth that you could have. But all in all, I didn't think about it. And then the internet was like, dude, this is terrible. This is the thing of my nightmares. And and I was like, I mean, I don't get it. But
it's crazy to think, though, that the internet was able to change this.
That is awesome that enough nerds got pissed enough. But that's a double-edged sword, too, because I don't want nerds to be able to control everything.
That's true, right?
Nerds are a fucking volatile base.
At a certain point, they just want things to be a certain way. And this was a success. But then you have Star Wars Episode 4, the remake. Was that a success?
For the remake.
It's just some stupid number I'm throwing out there, but they remade all of the Star Wars so many times where they just like, oh, we've digitally enhanced it. Oh,
I hate
we
that
took
shit.
out this. Yeah. Oh,
I fucking hate that.
This was done for a reason, but why aren't the nerds changing that? Some of them accept that because they're like, it's better graphics and blah blah blah.
I think that the fact that the original way they were shot and cut isn't like widely available, I think that's the big problem.
Okay.
I think if you want to watch it like as a purist, you should be able to access that, and not just what Disney has shoved more CGI characters into as the years have gone on. But that also doesn't, it's another thing that just doesn't bother me a ton. And like, I'm a huge nerd. Like video games, anime, fucking
comic books. You can list a name and just
exactly
Power Rangers. You love
exactly.
it all. We love it all.
I fucking love it all.
Hey Arnold, that's what we're here for, man. We love it all.
Oh, Hey Arnold. It's
Inner City Project
Did
members.
we ever find out what happened to his parents?
I don't think so.
Fuck, that sucks. I remember they went to Africa and then they like never came back. That's why he lives with his grandpa. But I was like, they were gonna like go figure it out, and then it ended, and I was like, that's kind of fucked up. I'll always wonder.
That's ridiculous. Well, let's see what's going on in the news right now. New allegations added in suspicion in documented field against singer R. Kelly. More shit. More R. Kelly stuff, guys. There you go. He is getting more shit going on.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's nothing you can really say about this anymore. He did
it. We knew he did it in the early 2000s. There was a video. It just was obtained illegally, so they couldn't use it in court, and he got off.
Nice.
So he's been a confirmed at least child fucker and pisser for a long time.
Multiple times.
Yeah, like, fuck him. But now it's like, he was trafficking and, like, holding them against their will, and that's super fucked up. But yeah, he should just go to fucking prison. He's terrible. I can still bump Ignition Remix. This is a great fucking song. But you gotta be able to separate the art from the artist.
That's true.
If that song comes on, it's fucking, she's running her hands through my fro. It's, it's the remix to Ignition.
Exactly. And that song hits hard, no matter what.
Fucking great song.
It's been so...
We didn't quit listening to Thriller because Michael Jackson fucked those boys.
But I do love how after he died, more allegations came out, and they made a documentary about it.
It's like...
The documentary was bad. Did you see it?
I didn't. It's Leaving Neverland? Is that what it's called? I didn't watch it mainly because
descriptive of a penis. Oh man, that's so weird. It was so weird.
Yeah, these kids could like describe. Yeah, that's crazy, and it's from that kind of testimony, you're thinking like, okay, Michael is doing something. I'll never really know. In my gut, does Michael Jackson seem like the kind of guy that like molests little boys? Absolutely. Look at him.
He's weird.
He's fucking, that's a weird fucking dude. And I don't think that if I looked like that and someone was like, hey, you creep me out, I wouldn't get all indignant and be like, how dare you?
Right.
With my effeminate voice.
You would have to know that you kind of have that kind of creepy look.
Vibe. If I looked like that, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, man. That makes sense.
Especially the transition of what he used to look like.
He went from like a black boy to a mixed teenager to a white man.
It was
a white woman, really.
Yeah, technically, yeah, with that nose job.
I was like, that's a ghoulish lady.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, but I think that it's important to separate art from artists, just because if we're gonna hate everything because it was created by a piece of shit, we don't get anything anymore.
Because that happens a lot now too. You've seen it on this, who was it? I think it was the famous Guardian of the Galaxy
James Gunn. Yeah,
they just totally bashed him for old tweets.
Tweets.
Come on.
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's mainly because, like, where is this expectation coming from that everybody is supposed to? I'm not even going to say perfect, because that's nobody, but decent. The expectation that everybody is even decent is so fucking. It is just the epitome of entitlement to me. Just everybody has to be decent. I expect decency from everybody because that's not how the world works. I am not a decent person. I do my best, but I wouldn't consider myself one.
Yeah, there's certain times where that moral or something, some kind of different aspect of the situation changes what happens.
Yeah, if you went through my Facebook and you found old posts, like you would find stuff that like let's say I got bigger and like I was like going to host an award show or something. And somebody like went back and found a post from like 2011 that says he is risen on Easter. And it's like, I'm talking about my penis. Be a million fucking people. They'd be like, I can't believe he said that. No, boycott him. Yeah, it's a shitty joke to make. I made fun of somebody's deity. But fuck it. I'm whoever I.
How long ago with the whole aspect of being younger and stuff? Like nobody takes that into account.
Yeah, and even if you're not younger, and even if it wasn't that long ago, why is it imperative that you are a decent person so I can enjoy the movie that you made. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. It has everything to do with, like, you know, your technical skill, your creativity, your intellect. That has nothing to do with whether or not you're a good fucking dude when you go to bed at night.
That's true.
So I don't really give a shit about that. Was the thing that I bought, was the product good? Was the movie good? Yes. I don't give a fuck then if the guy who made it is a piece of shit. I really don't. So that's where I get why people get upset. I'm not saying that nobody should be offended, because there's reasons to be offended. But don't think that the fact that you're offended...
Thank you for joining, guys. ...means
anything. It's an invisible fucking currency to me. It has no fucking value. It's like any other fucking opinion from a person that I don't know or care about.
That's true. That's what I love about comedy too now. It's like people are going to get offended. That's what it's there. It's there for this.
Yeah, and it's there's comics that work clean and don't do that. And if you're a person that's easily offended and you have a lot of taboos and no places, then watch clean comics.
I even think a clean comic can get away with actually offending somebody. That's the beauty of comedy. It's like no matter what, it's offensive to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody is offended.
Yeah. And so when that mob mentality of offended people has the ability to change things, so I don't really like it, but I also kind of appreciate the gravity of it in the sense that, like, your opinions were enough to change this thing. I think that that's important. You have the right to say whatever you want, but the people have their right to react to it how they react. So, like, when Kevin Hart stepped down from hosting the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because he tweeted some homophobic stuff. He tweeted a joke about, like, his son better not be gay. You know. So people got offended. And they were like, he shouldn't host the Oscars because he made that joke. Kevin Hart, you know, he could have been like, fuck that, I'm still going to do it, and made the Oscars fire him. But he, you know, stepped down of his own accord. That's a reality. That happens. That makes sense. It's cause and effect. And that sucks that, you know, you're getting in trouble for a thing that you joked about.
See, and that's where the negative side of the internet comes in, or these nerds, where they can overpower everybody and just, like, get somebody like Kevin Hart thrown off for a joke.
Exactly.
That's a joke.
That's my problem with the internet. I'm not, I don't have a strong internet presence. I've got a Facebook page. It's personal, but I use it to, like, promote my shows mostly. I have an Instagram that I haven't posted anything on in like a year.
Okay, so it's there, but it's just not being used.
It's not being used. I don't have a Twitter.
Are you sure? Because on our next challenge, what we have is, have you ever Googled your name?
Oh, God. You know what? Actually, I have, because I'm a fucking narcissist.
Okay, so what we do is we Google your name and we see what comes up on the image searches. So
image searches. I don't know if you're gonna find anything there.
That's the beauty of it. You came up pretty fast.
Oh no,
I was surprised.
That's not fucking good.
Julian, this is what came up for his image searches. That's you, right?
That's me. That's a young me.
Dang, look at that hair.
That's what it looks like down. Yep.
Dang. This was 2015. Nice open. Were you singing in this one, or is this comedy?
It's stand up, yeah. That was a terrible set. You could watch it later if you want.
There's a video of it?
Yeah, and some other guy uploaded it, so I can't get it taken down. And it's just a shit set.
All right, give me a second. Go ahead and go over a few more of these pictures while I let my dog out.
Yeah, you're good.
We got 3 viewers on, so make sure to listen to Julian, guys.
Hey, guys. Welcome. Let's talk about Googling me. Show flyer. This podcast, which is kind of weird and Twilight Zone-y, I'm on it right now and it's already there. That's terrifying. A video. That one's better. If you Julian Motton 2018, that's a good set. Check that one out. The comedy flyer. Who is this effeminate black man? That's not me. I am also kind of an effeminate black man. Are you sure it's not you? Right? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it's all comedy flyers. There's a bad set, there's a good set, and then there's us, which is, like I was telling them, fucking terrifies me.
I can't believe that came up that fast either.
Yeah, it's already there. I'm like, oh.
Cool little
fucking Matrix.
Bam! Look at that shot with a drink in hand and everything.
It's like a fucking NOS commercial. I like it. It's unintentional that it was logo out. I'm not like sponsored.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this podcast is not sponsored yet. Looking. Thank
Hey,
you.
NOS. What's up?
You guys are actually not doing so well either, right, Nos? We can help each other out. And it's a couple basketball stuff, this friend thing.
I have no idea what that is.
But that's actually good. You came up pretty quickly.
It's all just flyers for comedy shows.
I guess it's kind of like my algorithm as well with the Google search. But there's sometimes where I've Googled people and they haven't come up this fast.
Oh, well, that's...
You have a little bit of credentials, bro.
I'm prolific. There's not a lot to show for it, but I've been around for a while.
He's got it, guys. He's got it. So, Julian, how are you with technology? You obviously don't have a really strong internet presence, but are you ready for like self-driving cars and being engaged? Look at us right now. We both have two different watches. I mean,
yeah, mine is has gears in it and a little battery.
Yeah, and mine is just all digital. Like,
yeah,
are you ready for the change? Mine's monitoring my heart rate right now.
Fuck that.
Monitoring my sleep. It moderates. No. Everything on my life right now.
No, that's fucking no. That terrifies me. I
don't say because of Terminator.
No, it's not Terminator-esque. I mean, no, because I feel like if we ever invented AI, well, yeah, that's where it's kind of going. Like, I wouldn't say Terminator in a sense that they're like building robots with robots that go kill you, but like. Maybe, it overloads every screen in your house and they fucking blow up in your fucking face. Or maybe it, some creepy shit like that, especially when everything is connected to everything. No, my relationship with technology is I have a PS4.
Okay.
I don't fucking play online because I don't want to. I play video games to escape this shit, not to engage with other shitheads on the internet. No thank you. So I'm like an RPG guy, So I have a PS4 and that's
not the latest phone.
Not the latest. No, not even. I have I have a Cricket fucking Samsung, like not good Samsung,
One of those J models or something.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And that's all I need. I'm not like, do I stream shit? Do I watch? Yes. But I just...
Well, that's only because it's the avenue of watching and entertainment now.
Exactly.
What are you going to do? Get cable?
Fuck no. No, it's so expensive. But no, I'm not big on technology. I'm bad with it. Like, you ask me to do anything on any fucking device, it's going to take me 15 minutes to figure it out. Which is really bad for me as a comedian because I really need to be fucking uploading things.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Yeah, it's completely like counterproductive as far as like me like getting myself out there, like creating an opportunity for people to like be exposed to like my brand. So I need to get better about that. But I just fucking...
Are you fucking serious?
I'm like an old guy.
I get you, man. Sorry.
See, that's a nice phone.
Yeah, I know. See, I'm all in technology.
Yeah, no, and that's dope. And that's like, if I felt I could be efficient with it, maybe I would change my stance. But I'm just not very efficient either. I mean, I'm not like, I don't look at my phone and like point at shit with one finger and like do that like an old person.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just not. I'm more, and not to say that I'm like outdoorsy or anything either, but I'm just... It's a lot. It's just too much.
I can see that.
An anxiety disorder. I don't need all that.
Well, okay. So the only reason I ask is because technology is getting more advanced as we're going along. So, as you know, Elon Musk is this amazing entrepreneur.
He's dope. Yeah, I really do like him.
Coming up with so many ideas. But he has this one thing that's kind of crazy that should be introduced in the next 5 to 10 years, and that's in our lifetime, man, called Neuralinks.
Fuck that. I don't know what that is, but the name is enough for me like, fuck no. Tell me about Neuralinks.
So here is a little brief description. It's a small microchip that gets put into the back of your ear with 1,000 hair-like follicles that are technically needles that are going inside of different parts of your brain, which will send an electric pulse, which will trigger different things in your brain. Obviously, a hair-like follicle inside of your brain.
No.
1,000 of them.
Yeah.
For the first test, what they're trying to make this do is actually help people with like muscular disease and actually diseases with like paralysis and shit like that.
Okay.
Which makes sense. Maybe they can actually trigger something back into the brain that actually, because it's all just, everything is controlled with the brain.
Yeah.
So that's really groundbreaking.
That's
and that'd
cool.
be amazing.
Yeah, I like that.
But he wants to be able to be able to like have an image in our head from Google, or just being able to, the map is in our head instead of having to constantly keep looking at a screen when we're driving.
Dude, do you remember when there were no ads on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like I said, you're like my age. So you remember
Same
that.
thing, YouTube, all that bullshit.
Yeah, no ads. Remember that?
Yeah.
So this thing, it'll have no ads for a little bit. And now if you get on your Facebook, you get on YouTube, you get on Instagram, how many fucking ads do you see? Just ad.
That's true.
I don't need to be like fucking walking down the street and then just like, hey, buy this in my fucking brain. Like, fuck you. That's bullshit. And also, like, I don't like where that goes. Like,
Dun, dun, dun.
next thing you're going to want us all to link our brains together, and it's going to be some weird fucking hive mind. And at that point, we're going to start assimilating into like half people, half machine, all fucking Akira style. And it's going to be gross.
That's a utopia.
See, there's the difference between you and I.
We all get along. We'll all be doing stuff together. Everyone's always so...
Have you met people? You want to be fucking linked to them?
Right? Because that's what everybody always says too. Is like, I'm like, yeah, I'm so ambitious on the podcast. I want to have a bunch of people on and get outgoing comics and shit like that. Like, you gotta be careful who you invite to your house. I'm just like, God damn it. Why do you have to throw that in my head now?
Yeah, no, it's... Have you met David Knight yet?
Yes, he's been on the podcast.
How much cocaine did you have to get?
Oh man, we wanted to do cocaine. He's a beast, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. Some people have like too much energy to be contained in a room. I need to watch that episode if you had him.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones when I started doing the comics, because I did this podcast 2 years ago, and I've been doing it since. I used to have people from Comic-Con and stuff like that because I'm a big nerd
awesome.
fan.
Yeah,
so I had a bunch of people from there, and I've also had a bunch of like my friends and other bands that I've played with and stuff like that. And now it's just grown into this, like, if I can get anybody on just to start talking to me and get people. I've even started to reach out to like professors and stuff, where I just send them an email and just like, hey, I'm a very interesting person. I want to get to know what you do in your field. Maybe they'll come on. I don't know.
That's awesome. No, that's the kind of another cool thing. Like another, I don't mean to like keep drawing Joe Rogan parallels, but that's one of the things that he does really, really well, is that there are so many different unique perspectives that pass through that podcast. It's one of the main reasons that I, have stuck around for that one as opposed to other ones. Comedians talking to comedians.
What's up, Blockchain? How's it going? He just did a little quick what's up.
Is that a gang member?
No, his name's Blockchain Engineer.
Oh, I was wrong. Or he could. I'm not saying that gang members can't be engineers.
He's a gangster. I've seen his tattoos. He's a sick gangster. He's my buddy Nico. Have you met Nico in the comic scene?
Nico. Did you guys roll up to one of Kevin's shows together one time?
Yeah.
I think I met him then.
He says, hey, Julian is legit my favorite comedian I've seen. I want him for Nikos Speakeasy.
Oh, shit. Well, fucking, I'll be there. Yes.
We've been doing some stuff. So, hey, Blockchain Engineer, we'll get some thing going, get him situated. We'll get him on stage. Let's do this.
That sounds fantastic. I'm always looking for stage time now. I took a huge break. I took like a big fucking break, and it was my fiance started having health problems, and she was in the hospital in and out for like months, like for a really long time, and so I was like Mr. Mom, and I just didn't have the time, and I was just always, I was like running a household by myself, and it was fucked. And so now that everything's kind of calmed down, I'm trying to go out more and stuff, but I don't know, it's changed enough to where like I don't know who's doing what now. I know that Kevin books me a lot for like I feature a lot on his shows. I know where like a couple of the open mics are, but I have no idea who's running shows in this town anymore. I have no idea who's doing what. And so I'm kind of like rediscovering, almost like I'm new to the scene again. Like, oh, who runs that show? I'd like to be on.
Where is it at? Is that a new bar venue?
Exactly. And so fucking, that was cool. Fucking
Yeah, so yeah, he's got a few dates he's probably going to throw at you. I'll tell him to get a hold of you. He's looking for February 27th and March 20th. But again, we'll get everything situated and I'll have to throw all this shit at him at the podcast right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah, fuck yeah.
But there was like I said, I helped at that show last night, that burlesque show, but it was a burlesque variety show. So they actually had the burlesque, singing, and a comic as well.
Fuck yeah.
So that's actually going to start growing more this year coming in 2020. So
awesome. That's variety shows are dope.
yeah, that was actually a really good crowd. That was the first one I've ever been to, and it was actually I was really impressed. They actually pulled in a lot of money. I was just like, holy fucking shit. Like,
yeah, they're fun, dude. They're like, it's just fun to see other stuff. I love comedy, but it's cool to see, like, you know, musicians, magicians,
tap dancers.
Exactly. It's fucking amazing. It's just like a nice thing to go out and do, like experience some real life and like fucking, you know.
Nikos Speakeasy, reveal the roaring 20s. That's your promo, dude. There you go. That's your promo.
You promised a promo?
All right, cool. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I mean, okay, so you're not into the technology so much. Self-driving cars are starting to become a thing.
That freaks me out. Ugh.
It's going to get to the point where self-driving cars will drive themselves and nobody will need a car anymore. There will if you want to drive a car, you have to go to that track over there to drive your car now because there's all robotic cars on the road. And think of it this way. Why would you have to have a car parked in your driveway when there's robot cars going back and forth all day? They can just stop,
pick you up,
and take you to your next destination, drop you off. That next person gets picked up.
That seems wildly convenient. And I love, like, I miss not having to have a car. And so I got into a car wreck my second month in Los Angeles. I just moved there. It was fucked up. That hit me hard. I was like, oh fuck. And some girl hit me, and we exchanged insurance. There we go. And her shit was fake, like straight up fake. Yeah. And so I'm freaking out. But she did before, like, all that. She did all that after her dad got there. Before that, I at least got her number. It turned out to be her dad's number. And I called him, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? This insurance is fake. And he was like,
damn it, Stacy, he did it again.
No, he was in on it. He was like, we make deal. We make deal then. You come to shop, and we make deal about the car. And I was like, first off,
holy shit,
I'm not meeting you somewhere with a fucking accent like that. No. Like, call me racist or whatever, but I'm not making deal.
Deal
with fucking you at some undisclosed shops. I was just like, fuck it. And so I didn't have a car, so I got really good at public transit, you know, just buses, the subway, like the metro is what it's called there. And I didn't have a car like the whole time I was there. I just used public transit and I like Ubers and stuff.
Okay. And that's kind of like it's easier, right?
I miss it. I miss just not having to fucking deal with it. But so, I mean, I can get behind that, but at the same time, like, what if some shit happens and it's just like a coding error and then all the fucking cars stop? And then we've gotten so used to having the cars that we don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Now it's all starting to fall apart.
But that's okay. You got to think of it as like everything falls apart, even if it's like mechanical now. Like, we'll have to fix it no matter what.
That's true.
So even in a robotic scenario where a bunch of cars are driving through, there has to be like a failsafe. When one fucks up, they all know,
hey, this one's all fucky.
We gotta, and then the robot repair guy comes, and it's all robotic. I really feel like
the robot repair robot comes.
I'll fix you.
Yeah, no, and like I said, it's just, maybe it freaks me out because it's just so like alien to me. I don't know. It's just the concept of like, but the thing is, ideally that's where society would head. I think it's funny when politicians talk about like, I'm going to bring back jobs. Everybody's going to have a job. And it's like, well, isn't the ideal future nobody has a fucking job and the robots do everything?
Yeah, right.
And you just get to do what the fuck you want. What do I do? How do I buy food? You don't need to buy food. The robots farm it, and then they just send the robots, then fucking bring it to your house.
Everything's done by the robot.
It all gets sent to you via robot that flies. You don't even have to leave your house. You can stay in your house for 5 fucking years if you want, and nothing will happen. That would be cool. That would be very cool.
To go, okay, then that brings in the other scenario of like, it gets so lazy that we have robots doing everything that we just adapt into a VR scenario.
Yeah, and that's there's like a theory that that's one of the ways humankind will evolve into the future is, well, like I said, I was making that hive mind joke earlier, but it would be like that. All of our consciousness would then be, you could like digitize consciousness, and we would all exist within this hive mind. But then you've got like these conspiracy theorists on the other side that say that's the way corporations want us to evolve, and we're supposed to evolve naturally, and fucking DMT and third eyes and fucking teleporting and like so. And again, I'm fucking stupid. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, there's way too much. It blows me away.
All I know is that I'm getting older and new things scare me. I know that. And I just don't understand a lot of it. Like even just simple things, like my kids watching YouTube all day. They just watch other people play video games. And I'm like, well, we have video games. Why don't you just play the video games? And I'm like, no, that's okay. I'm like, that's fucking weird. And because it's weird and different to me, I'm like, I don't like it. Which is, I need to really adjust that way of thinking, because that's how you become an old guy yelling the N-word on your porch.
Right.
You know?
No, that's not what I like.
Yeah, I've got to figure that out.
And then I guess it's just developing that stuff too. I mean, imagine if you were that guy, because you like playing video games. You like playing RPGs. What if you were the funny guy that people watch because of what your commentary is? I'm pretty sure you're sitting around just be like, are you serious? This fucking dude was easy to kill.
Bullshit.
Is this a sex scene? This isn't a sex scene. This is the worst sex scene ever.
Dude, yeah, just if you film me like doing like, what game would I talk the most shit during? Like The Witcher 3 or some shit. I don't know. Oh, dude, the Dark Souls games. Fuck.
Yeah, see? That's an epic journey that people love to hear about.
Dude, it's like I can't play those games like with my kids around because of like the yelling and the expletives. These games are hard. I love them though. It's like I punish myself, and then when I beat them, I'm like, I am the best. I am the greatest of all time.
Dang. There's that new. Have you heard that new game that came out called Sekiro?
Yeah, Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah,
yeah. I haven't played it yet.
Everyone's raving. I haven't played it either, but
yeah, it got Game of the Year. I need to, because that's like From Software is like my company. I fucking love their games. So that's the next one. I need to finish what I'm playing now, and then I'm gonna get that.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you, video game wise? What's your thing?
I'm a computer guy. I'm always on the tower. I play a lot of Blizzard games.
Oh, okay, like Warcraft kind of stuff.
Yeah,
StarCraft.
I like StarCraft. I like Hearthstone.
God, you fucking nerd.
Overwatch. The fucking a lot of that stuff. I play the card game too. I'm into Hearthstone. That's cool.
I've heard good things about it. I play Magic the Gathering, so
Nice.
And God, I haven't played that in a minute though.
Same. Like obviously you saw all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but
Dude, I used to get down on Yu-Gi-Oh, dude.
it's so intense now. It's so much things you can do. It's just like Jesus.
There's a card. I live in Rio Rancho, so there's a card shop on the west side called Noble.
Yeah.
And I went there, and I was like, just curious. I was there for like Magic cards or something, and I started looking at the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and like their fucking effect cards are like this fucking long, like
Right.
paragraphs. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I think when I quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh, like GX had just come out. No, my last deck was a Destiny Hero deck.
Okay, so you knew about fusion summoning and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I would go to Noble and play in tournaments and stuff, and then I quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh because I think I lost my virginity or something. And no, I'm just talking shit. No, I quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know what happened, and I picked up Magic the Gathering, and that's a game that I love. Magic the Gathering. It's such a fucking, like, it'll ruin friendships, like Super Smash Brothers will.
It's one of those games.
Yeah, there's another game, Super Smash Brothers, fucking amazing. But yeah, no, it's fucking. Oh man, I'm high and trailing off.
What is this? Blockchain engineer was just ranting again. We were talking about resources. What? Soon to be 10 billion people on Earth that all need food and want cell phones. So that's a lot of people that want that stuff.
There's too many of us. There's way fucking too many people.
And what was that? Settler of Canton?
Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, Catan.
The board game. I fucking love that game.
I've never played that game.
It's fun. It's like
Catan, bro, not Catan. Just kidding.
I don't fucking.
Like, I don't even know what it is. You're probably right. You're probably right.
I'm from Pennsylvania, dude. I don't know how to say anything. I moved out here and I was like, people were putting ranch on their pizza, and I was like, where the fuck am I?
What's going on here?
Yeah. No, it's a cool spot though. I like Albuquerque most of the time.
Legit.
Sometimes.
Well, Julian, we've been here for like an hour now.
Fuck yeah.
I got another segment here before we take off. This segment is called Rapid Fire.
Oh shit.
I actually have a list of 25 words. I'm going to say the word, and I want you to say the first thing that pops into your head.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So really quick answers. We want to hear what you think on the spot.
All right.
No thinking about it. 25 words. You guys know what time it is. It's rapid fire. Here we go. Are you ready? The first word. Pizza.
Sauce.
Island.
Fuck, dude. I don't know.
Music.
Shredding.
Black.
Metal.
Trippy.
Mushrooms.
Fast.
Blast beats. There we go.
Animal.
Zebra.
Space.
Fuck that.
Maze.
David Bowie.
Army.
My dad.
Drugs.
Yeah.
Air.
Also, yeah.
Pendulum.
Pendulum.
Native American.
Sorry.
Scar.
Lion King.
School.
No.
Magic.
The Gathering.
Computer.
How do I do this? Fuck. I don't know.
Bleach.
Anime.
Fame.
All right.
Ham water.
Marble double white.
And MuseMe.
Solid fucking time. Those weren't one-word answers, but
Yeah.
my brain's not good.
It's fine. It's okay. I still need to do it, but everybody that's been on the show so far has done the same list. So I'm going to do a compilation video where I just put the word pizza and then everybody's answer right after it to see what people really say in their answers
That's
and
cool.
stuff.
Fuck yeah.
So that should be fun. Julian, any plugs or anything you want to throw out before we head out of here?
March 20th, I am on a roast. I'm in a roast battle tournament. Fuck, I don't know where it's at, so I guess that's a shitty plug.
I think it's Tractor Brewing, I think so.
Yeah, it is at Tractor. Yes, so Tractor. You can probably catch me at either Red Velvet Underground or T Lab. I'm on those shows a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for having me, man.
No. Check them out on Facebook. You can probably find them on Facebook.
See, look at that. Fucking how bad I am at that shit.
Instagram that he doesn't use, but he still has one.
Yeah.
Well, just look up Julian. I'm pretty sure you'll find it somewhere.
Yeah. Julian Motton, Motton.
And we'll get him back on. We still have shitload to talk about. We haven't even talked about anything else. There's so much metal we can talk about.
Dude, right?
You already
Yeah.
mentioned black metal. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. I'm into tech death, black metal. Fucking, we got to talk anime. We got to talk all sorts of shit. We got.
So he'll be back,
Some
guys.
work
He'll be
to do.
back. Guys, thank you guys for joining. You guys are awesome. Remember to check us out, follow, subscribe, all that good shit, because that's what we do here.
Metal.